переключение на вебку.
Okay, guys, we're online with Panzar. We're in the studios. It's -16 outside, and we are having some minor technical difficulties. So while we're waiting to get the Russian stream back up and working, which is pretty much why I'm streaming here in English, I'm going to do the live stream that we weren't supposed to have. So to start off with, I'm actually looking at your comments right here, and for the Russians, ребята, где стрим? Стрим будет, не переживайте, сидите, беспокойство, все окей. Okay, that's for the Russians. I'm going to stream in English though for all the rest of you guys. So what's happening here today is this is the exclusive PvE showcase by Panzar. Yes, we only do PvP until the next update, update 33, where we will be bringing you player versus environment. Now, there's been a lot of controversy around PvE. Like, should Panzar do PvE? What is PvE? Why Panzar is PvP? Now, what we're going to bring you is quite spectacular when we get it up online. I can't really give away any details right now because, well, I want you to see it in person. So, instead, I'm going to...
Say please that I put a new Russian stream link in comments. Oh wait, not yet.
Okay, what's happening is we're getting the Russian stream up, which means that I won't have to sit here and talk about Panzar, other things than PvE. So hopefully that will be up soon. Guys, do you have any questions while I'm here?
Yeah, link in comments.
Link is up. Queen Bee is shaving her mustache. No, she's not. She's going to grow it out and turn into a ladyboy. Thank you for that, Poses of the Jungle, which I don't know why, but I sort of want to suggest it's Snooka. Now everybody knows Snooka from online, level 20 reference and skill and everything. You've put some really weird comments on this, like, what live stream is this? Are you just sitting here waiting for Panzar to live stream? So, what happened in the tournament? Okay, we have January Bash Out Bonanza on at the moment. So these are 3 tournaments, 3 rounds, 2 tournaments. So you have the hazing sessions for up to level 10, and you have Brawl Masters for maximum level 20. Now, yesterday was round 2. We saw a spectacular comeback of Golf Wang. Of course, Armada was still up there, and we had Exclusive, and we had other teams, but you haven't sent me your request for crystals, so I don't remember you yet. As for the hazing sessions, now guys, there were 8 places, so this is 8 times 8, 64 amounts of crystals to be collected. Only 3 teams responded to get their crystals, so I'm not sure if it's because you're new players or you're just not sure of how tournament systems work. So if you get ranked in a tournament, you have to send us an email at community@panzar.com with the names of your players and your ranking in the tournament, so we can distribute your crystals. If you don't send us that, we can't give you your crystals. So for all those teams out there who were ranked and haven't contacted me yet, send it across. I'm giving you another week before I forget about your crystals for round 1. Finally, we're going to have a 3rd round next week, and for the Brawl Masters, we're going to basically work out who are the top 3 teams, and we will divide a jackpot pool of 9,000 crystals between those top 3 teams. Wow, there is a lot of comments coming up here, and
New link right under video. Refresh your page. Just
okay, we have put up a new link for you Russians. Как объяснить, ребята, если вы говорите по-русски, смотрите на веб-сайте, там у видео есть ссылка, новая ссылка русского стрима. Надо туда идти, смотреть, там будет человек, который говорит по-русски. А я плохо говорю, поэтому я вернусь на английском. So guys, I was just explaining to all the Russians in the stream who are still asking what's happening that we have got our Russian stream up. and we're going to be going live to PvE in a few minutes. So let's see what else is on. Oh, and talking about the tournaments last night, we had Sam, aka the Swishinator, our official streamer, working on that. He was also giving away 500 crystals for trivia, for correctly answering trivia questions, which I then discovered that there was a question about me, where is Queen Bee from? And no, I'm not from America, so congratulations, Xyler, our player from Poland, who got it right and collected 100 crystals for that. We also have Hunhammer, our moderator, who was quick enough off the dot to get another 100 crystals. Devastator 28 from America. We also had Egraz from Hungary also. Congratulations, guys. Okay, I've lost the comments. Привет, я нигде. А показать все? Нет. Comments. So, I'm gonna ask for an update. I have our tournament master right beside me. He was actually one of Panzar's top players, and then he came to work with us in the studios. So, sound, no win, is officially beside me, trying to find the comments. What else? I'm trying to get an update here. Сколько начинается? Okay, we'll be going live to PvE in just 2 minutes. So, comments, they're still in Russian. Maybe I'm not at the top. Why is there... Too much vodka. Stop talk PvE noob. God, I love gaming, guys. I love being called a noob. I am a bit of a noob. Very honestly, I'm not a great player, and you'd know that if you played with me. Could you please speak Russian? I can't speak, well, I can speak Russian, but not on this stream. Someone will take their crystals. Oh, United Legions, indeed. That is, I believe, the 4th winner of our tournament. Что еще? Okay, so 2 minutes left. How about I give you some, there are some questions. We brought out patch 32.2 on Wednesday, I believe. We launched it on the servers. There were a lot of sort of questions. I put up something about orcs, and we have capped the amount of orcs in the match. These orcs, so now the cap actually is 3 berserkers and 2 tanks per match. I then had a question about how many inquisitors, and actually there's a very simple rule. Every class is capped to 2 per match, except for berserkers who get 3. In this patch, we also multiplied by 2 the amount of resources in the after battle drop, so that, well, you can craft more. What else did we do? Oh, I wish I had a list. This wasn't exactly planned. It's going to come back to me. In the meantime, I'll give you sort of background to what's going to happen when when we start streaming PvE in just a minute or so. We have 6 players. These players are all Panzer Gold medalists. These are our top players. They have been proving themselves on the Russian server on level 30 for years now. For some of them, we actually, among them, we have Dagon. Dagon is going to be playing a berserker. Now, this guy is, in fact, one of Panzer's first original players, one of the first guys to sign up on the server. So he is also, I believe, no, he's not clan leader, but he's one of our top players. You'll notice him with the special headgear, but we'll probably be following him. So he's going to be playing Berserker. We then have, these guys are all from the clan called Дети Арбата. This means the children of Arbat. So this is one of our top clans in the Russian server. We also have Muba, who's going to be playing his tank. Grizzly, who's playing Paladin. He's also, these guys are all like team team captains here. Demonchik, who's going to be playing our Frost Witch, Azu, who's on Sister of Fire, and Gloom, who's playing a Berserker. So when we go live, you're going to get to check out our new map, which is called the Fire Cauldron Valley. Now, the difference, what are the similarities between Panzer PvP and Panzer PvE? On this new map in PvE mode, you do have 5 points to capture. However, and it's a linear map, so you go from one point to another. Now, the difference is obviously you're playing against a virtual environment. You're not playing against other players. We have 3 types of characters, if I can say so. Well, actually, we have 3 bosses and 2 main types of characters who will be attacking our teams as they play. I will go into more detail, obviously, when we start the stream. And finally, yes, they will be taking on Zar. Now, as it's a live stream and we're getting comments, I'm going to ask you guys, does anybody know who Zar is? I'm going to give you some time and look at what you've written. So give me 150 crystals. Oliver Elman, I don't know who you are, but if you deserve 150 crystals, well, maybe you should send us an email. Okay, Russian. Go to the Russian stream if you want to see Russian talking, indeed. There is a link up, guys, for the Russian stream. Not a Huns. Okay, that's a lot of information, guys. I know you want to see PvE. I want to see it too. Vigrid is sexy. I had the honor today of playing, or was it yesterday, of playing Vigrid. I finally bit the bullet. I have a level 20 chair, a character, personnage, and I got to play with the guys from Armada. And yes, and Snooker. And very honestly, I would much rather play with them than play against them. So, Vigrid is sexy. What else? There is, oh, finally an answer to who is Zar. And Swishinator, he is not God of Chaos. I'm sorry, he's not God of Panzer, Poses of the Jungle. You're also wrong. Hans Methanol, not God of Panzer. Flying Mage, the Flying Mage, congratulations! You have got it, okay? Zar is indeed the god of war. Now, Zar is worshipped by one of our 4 races in Panzer. Does anybody know which race that is? I don't know. I'm gonna wait for some answers here. In the meantime, Vigrid, you know sexy. Oliver Elman doesn't think you're sexy. This is very unfortunate. I don't know how much information I can withhold from you while we are sitting here waiting to start. So for those who don't know who I am, we've currently been online for a certain amount of time. Okay, we've been here for about 15 minutes. I'm really sorry about that. So who am I? I am Queen Bee. I am the European Community Manager. I am that person. When you see in the global chat, you are banned. That is me. All the posts about Panzer information on the forum, that is me. If you send emails to community, I look after that. When you have tournaments, I am in charge of organizing that. I'm also looking for innovative special tournament ideas at the moment. And let me reassure you, the Great Race Tournament has not died. It didn't happen in January simply because with our last patch there were some issues on King of the Hill mode, so we weren't running, we decided to hold off on that until we got our maps perfectly working. So I am resurrecting the Great Race Tournament, which was instigated by Yakhaos, who is one of our Russian players on the European server. So guys, if you want to start thinking about getting into clans and getting into teams now, elves, orcs, humans and dwarves, we want to see who's the best, and we will be celebrating the greatness of whichever race it is, and the top team will obviously be receiving some form of special prize, which I can't right now tell you about, of course. So one of my colleagues has also found a camera, so not only am I live, I'm also being filmed. Я не буду говорить на русском, ребята. Это английский стрим здесь. Есть ссылка рядом видео, там идите. Смотрите, новая ссылка русского стрима. Go to that stream. Roxrite best Zerk of EU. I don't know if Roxrite is the best Zerk of is the best berserker. Vigrid is a little Erotoman. Guys, you are so pervy. Tone it down a little bit. Come back to Panzer information. So did I get an answer? Which race actually worships Zar? God of Panzer, you don't know. Do you not know? Have you not been reading our website? How do you not know who worships Zar? Okay, I'll give you an idea. It's the ones that run like some form of monkey, often being equated to a gorilla. Can anybody guess right now who Zar is? Who worships Zar? Obviously not. So you guys need to do your homework, because if you're gonna continue if you want to continue winning crystals for trivia with the Swishinator, you're gonna have to brush up on your knowledge of the Panzer world. А что еще? Мы ждем еще?
Пока ждем, да.
Через минуту.
Okay, we're starting in a minute, but it might be a minute Russian time, so I'm going to continue filling in the gaps. We had a debate recently instigated by, I believe, was it Snuka, on the forum about whether orcs, berserkers should have some sort of special allowance in potion crafting, because they consumed. Oh, it looks like, guys, we're here. Где sound? Okay, guys, it's up. We're finally back. We're online. We have the team. Можно? Okay, this is exciting. I don't know. Are we up? Can you see it? Могут видеть?
Они эту картинку?
Ну как? Сейчас. На стрим.
Они видят все.
Okay, right. What you can see right now is Fire Cauldron Map Valley. So on the left side, you have our 6 Russian players: Dagon, Gloom, Muba, Grizzly, Azu, and Demontric. As you've noticed, there's no Inquisitor, but simply because these guys are playing their char and they're playing their best character, so no compromises. It is, okay, you can't see it on the stream, but we're actually on mode hardcore. This is very hard. We're going to see what these guys can actually do. So right in front, you can see Dagon leading the charge. And as I said, it's a linear map. So what have we got hiding in the bushes here? We have our characters, our new characters, the pigs. Pigs have various skills. So basically, they're a warrior class. They have power attacks, they have swords, and they have rocks. This is going to be the easiest point for these guys to capture. The pigs are probably the least challenging of the characters we have coming up, but even then you can see that they've been pretty much swamped. The Zerkers, we have Ice trying to do some work, but and we got our Fire Witch, but there's still a lot of them. They just keep on coming. So as you can see, it's a jungle. We're more in a jungle environment here, because as I said, Zar is king of the orcs, and where do the orcs come from? So they come from basically the jungle and the swampland. So do you see the amount of pigs? They're actually called pigs, although I might actually go towards more of a hog, maybe a warthog sort of style. That's where the inspiration comes from. So we got 2 down. You have a certain amount of time to capture each point, depending on how difficult what difficulty level the team is going to choose. The time to capture the point is going to be longer or shorter. Right now they're playing on very hard, so they have the least amount of time to go and capture that point. We have 2 down, so they've got to this island. Okay, we got Gloom back up, so we've got 1 tank, 1 Zerker, a Paladin, Fire and Ice. We'll see what their next move is going to be. Okay, you see those blue shots coming across there? That is coming from our Gremlins. This is the next class that you'll see in our PvE mode. Now, the Gremlins are a lot tougher than the Hogs for the simple reason that they can wield magic. So, not only can they wield magic, they can actually heal each other. Hopefully we'll be seeing a bit of, well, obviously we're going to be seeing a bit of that going on later. So they're moving their way towards the point. These guys, obviously, they have bows. That's how they send their magic across. And so the team is grouped. Where are they going to go now? Okay, they're heading towards the point, but they seem to be holding off a bit. They have caught the point. Okay, they've caught the point and the enemy has appeared. What's going to happen now? They're drawing them back. I don't know if this is the right move. We got Ice who's frozen them, but are they going to be able to take them? That's actually incredibly tactical to catch them on that bridge. They really have nowhere to go. If you can push them off or freeze them, you're set, and that is what they have done. Bravo, guys. But they just keep on coming. Okay, so we got Ice there. Who's down? We've lost another Zerker. They seem to be going down like flies at the moment. The other guys are pretty much holding up. So we're following Dagon. As I said, he is one of Panzer's oldest players. And you can see that by the, he's got special headgear on there that was actually crafted and designed to him by designed for him by the developers of Panzer. Obviously very thorough. He's gone into the bushes. They're still there. These guys, these are the top Panzer players, and they haven't got back. They haven't got to the first point. They've achieved it, but now they've been pushed back. So, as you can see, there was this fear that maybe like PvE would be easy and. Okay, what has happened here? The whole team is down. Now this is where it gets interesting. If your whole team dies in PvE, you lose a whole minute. We might be reviewing the minute. It might be shortened. Definitely won't be made longer, but you lose all that time on your attempt to capture the point. So it's very important that at least one person stay alive in your team so that this doesn't happen. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to zoom out while we're waiting. Obviously wrong zoom. Okay, welcome to map the Fire Cauldron Valley. Now, as you can see right there in the center, that's the point they're supposed to be capturing. Now, they have a long way to go, all the way across. Okay, they're back all the way across to that temple. So we're going to go back onto Dagon. There we have the team. We're on Gloom now. They're going to attempt to capture that first point again. They only have two and a half minutes basically left, and they have been completely swamped so far by our Hogs. So we're ready. I'm ready to see some action here. I've been told a lot about these guys. I got to meet them earlier on. And I don't know, I've heard a lot about the Russian server. I was sort of expecting more, but the general consensus is that Russians are pretty unbeatable. I don't know if it's historical fact that basically they have been pretty successful in most of the wars, even if it, and right now, oh, they are demonstrating some skill, but we still haven't got past this bridge. Okay, Ice Witch is up there. We got Demonchik, who's gone. Who's gonna capture that point? Is that no? We're on Gloom. Okay, there seem to be there are only 2 gremlins left. So we're going backwards. This is not a good time. Well, this is my opinion, but is going backwards the right way? Do we have to kill everybody? We have to kill everybody before we go to the next point. Okay, so the team is waiting. They've captured that point officially. Now they have to move on because they're losing time here. Okay, Let's go see what Dagon is doing. So, what do you guys... Piggies, I want to be a pig. Why are they so low geared? These guys are level 30 with their chars. This isn't low geared. What is happening? Is there any... Looks funny. It does look funny. I told you. All of those doubts you guys had about Panzer launching PvE, we're not abandoning PvP. We are PvP. You guys know it. We deliver on graphics and we deliver on gameplay. PvE is just another option to have a bit of fun, and why not improve your team playing skills. As you can see, these guys are staying tightly grouped. No one's going off. No one's running away unless they actually have to sort out a few stray pigs. So this is one of our larger hogs. They've killed it. Another 7 minutes 20 to capture the next point. Now, if you look further along the map, let's go to who's ahead there. We've got a... Oh, damn. I didn't say that. Okay, let's go to Gloom. Gloom, who's ahead of everybody, and he's dead. Okay, they have 3 players left. Let's see how Muba's doing here. So, Muba's the tank. He's... What you see there, you see that yellow... like large potion thing, that one running towards us, that is a suicide gremlin. Yes, we have gremlin kamikaze, like you'd see in PvP version when everybody just grabs those barrels and runs for the gate. Well, we have gremlins doing that, and they're not afraid. There's another one. Oh, no one's been was Azu, is that Azu, or Fire Witch is out. I'm not quite sure what happened to her. So they're moving forward, but they still got quite a far distance to go. This isn't really going well, is it? And another suicide gremlin, followed by some giant hogs. These guys are getting battered. So they've caught them on the bridge now. Let's see how they do with that. This is their moment to shine. If they can get through, it's right now. Oh, okay, we've got 2 down, we've got the healer down, and we have a berserker down, which means that we basically have 2 of the weaker classes. So we have the elves, who are down now, but we've got our orcs back up. So, 1 left. Okay, guys, this is time to move. Is there anyone left? Or move backwards? Okay, it seems like they're not quite ready. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, it's tougher than it looks because they're grouping and they're not moving forwards. Let's see how our Ice Witch sees it. Okay, they seem like the whole team is back up and they're ready to move forward. Now they still have 5 minutes to get to their next point, which you can see is right over there. And here's another army of hogs. Now, what are you guys thinking of this? Okay, I'm trying to at the same time look at your comments. Unfortunately, the stream isn't down. So they're being swamped again by another horde of pigs. Let me change player. We're gonna go to Dagon. Dagon is always an interesting player to watch until he dies. So we got a tank and a fire witch left. So this isn't going... Muba is the only one alive. If another one goes down, they're going to lose a minute. Muba, you need a potion. Or... Okay, Muba's back up now. He's going to be slaughtered if... And the whole team is down. Great. What we can do... No, not great. This is very sad. But what we can do is we can zoom out and we can check out the map. Okay, so you see the second point where that little sun is, that's where they're aiming for. So they got a minute down, so that's... Dagon is back up. So maybe he avoided that, which means they won't be losing the minute, but... So this is the start point where you see where Dagon, our Zerker, started from, and now he's moving forwards and he's moving up to where all his dead mates are. Now the next point is where the sun is, and that's only the second point. These guys have another 3 points to go and they're back up. Let's see what's happening down the ground. So we got ice and our ice is down. this is never ending. So guys, this is obviously our very hard mode. So Gloom is still, they're barely surviving here. Do you guys think you can do better? No, it's okay. They don't want to show it as too easy. Worst players I've seen in a long time. Okay, Poses of the Jungle, who are you? Okay, team is down. Completely down. They've been wiped out. Yeah, we would like to make them to make it to the bosses too. Maybe we'll have to bring it down a notch. Maybe it's just too difficult. Now, if it is, I can't wait to have a go in it. Okay, so we got a whole minute to zoom out. So as you can see, there's the next point. And over here, so basically the map. So if you follow that sun, it goes around in a sort of a semicircle across around the mountainside. And over there you can see, can you see that, I don't want to get mixed up between Aztec or Mayan temple, but that is where they are aiming for. Are they going to get this bridge? Okay, so the gremlins are back out with their magic. The gremlins also have Skyfire. And there's another horde of pigs coming. This is, I don't know what to say. I've seen some practice matches, but this is pretty off the rails in the sense that they really have 1 minute 20 to go and capture the next point, and they've been held on this bridge, and there's already 2 down again. So they've basically been held on this bridge for the last 3 minutes. We'll probably give them another try if they fail, which it looks like they're going to on a very hard level. And the whole team is down again. Congratulations. So let's go and, sorry, I'm learning to, I'm a bit rubbish at streaming, but considering I'm the only person in the office who speaks fluent English, there I am streaming. So as you can see, that Aztec temple over there, that is where they're aiming for, and they still have a total of 4 points to capture, guys. Now luckily they are sitting in the room next to me, so, and they don't speak English, so they don't know that I am mocking them mercilessly, and they have 25 seconds. They're not going to be up, are they? They're never going to get this point. So I guess we're going to have to give them another chance, aren't we? So this design comes straight from the Panzer is a brainchild of Alexander Steshenko, who is our art director and also our general director. So he's originally the person who sketched all of our characters. And so basically Panzer is enormously inspired by Greek mythology, which we'll come back to in a second. Okay, now what you can see, this is the bit I forgot. We're going to come, this is basically exclusive patch 33 information you guys are getting right now. And they don't need Wingardium Leviosa because we're not playing Harry Potter here, we're playing Panzer. And Panzer is way cooler than Harry Potter. Okay, so this screen that you can see right now is the new, we're showcasing basically patch 33 screen, how we will change things. Basically, the whole rundown, breakdown of scores is going to change. We're going to be showing your battle value. Are we gonna, give you battle value? Basically, on this new screen, you're gonna be able to see. You're gonna see your battle value, which you didn't see right there because it's still not up on this. But we'll get back to that. Are we going again? Okay, we're gonna be kind. So this is basically, you're getting a preview of patch 33 Panzer. And we're going to give them... We're gonna give them the easy version and see how they fare with that. So pretty much the beauty of PvP is that it will give our players a new way to train, because it prepares you for a whole different type of gameplay, because these pigs just keep on coming, don't they? So while we
Сейчас мы зайдем заново на сервер, и они пойдут на более легком уровне сложности.
Okay, so basically we're going to be putting them on the easier setting of PvE in a few seconds. So in the meantime, just hold on. Сейчас, Саш. Да, но они ничего не видят.
Will be one more game on hard. Not very hard. They will try again.
Okay, next level of game that we're trying with these guys is hard. So they're on very hard. So we're gonna see how that works out for them. So our tournament guy is back. No sound, no win. One of our ex-top players on Panzer, who we recruited to work in the offices. He's gonna make everything work in a way that I can't. Да. So the people you can hear in the background, I'm basically in the community manager office, and we have all our Russian community managers, and next door we have our developers, our QA guys, our testers, our website guys, and in the office just beside that we have all our artists who have drawn it. Не хочешь?
Пока не надо. Ну, сейчас переключим.
They can hear me.
Сейчас переключим. Я просто не хочу, чтобы они драфты видели.
You could show me. Нет? Okay, so basically we're logging back on. I'm really sorry that this is taking a bit of time, but as you know, when you try something new, you never have a 100% guarantee that it's going to go exactly as to plan. So we're Panzer guys, you know it. We're working on it. Okay, so you get to see me instead of just a commentary. It's true. It's not naked. It's not Naked Friday in the office. That's just because I told all my colleagues to put their clothes on. It was not something anybody wanted to see. Yes, Vigrid is sexy, but he doesn't work in this office, so that was rather unfortunate. So, можно мне показать комментарий? Well,
Я пока заслал.
okay, so I'm back up. I can see our YouTube channel while we're waiting to get the guys set up for their next match. So basically, as usual, these comments are getting completely out of hand. Holy sh! I don't know who saw. That is just okay. We have some. There you go. That's Alexander Mashkov in the background. So, Naked Day, yes. It's not Naked Friday, although we would like it to be. So let me have a look through your comments here. This is Panzer, not WoW. Yes, it is Panzer. Cool, hard PV, I like it. Will it be able for European servers? Yes, of course it will be going up in Europe with patch 33. So this is coming up very soon. So you're just gonna have to hold on to your armor, because when it hits you, it's gonna hit you hard. What else is happening? Okay. Share some of those crystals, don't be greedy. I'm sorry, but I'm a girl, I like pretty shiny things. We've got our guys up here working to get things set up for the next round. That Dagon, Muba, Grizzly, Demonchik and Azu and Gloom are going to play now. These guys are all part of Clan Arbata, Dieti Arbata. So the Russian clan, which means kids, the children of Arbat. So while we're getting that sorted, Where is this is the final boss? Guys, you haven't seen the final boss. You haven't even seen the first boss because our Russian testers got wiped out. Now, like when I say wiped out, this isn't just like a general let me get a sponge and clean the table sort of thing. This is like tsunami level crushed. If you just logged in for the stream, I'm Queen Bee, European Community Manager, and we just watched our top Russian players get whooped by our environment. So apparently player versus environment is more like E dominating P here. So while obviously I think they're trying to catch their breath, maybe eat some food, regenerate some neurons so they can actually figure out how to play this properly. We're going to give them a nicer setting. It's going to go down from very hard to hard, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm trying to see if they're ready to play now. So, well, I think that PvE looks sexy. I also think that PvE looks sexy. I agree. Hopefully, I'll be teaming with you. I'll be grouping with you guys to have some PvE action in maybe a month or so. Bots just own them totally. Okay, so we're nearly. We're working on it. Are they ready? Oh, we're up. Okay, you ready? We got our Russian kids from Clan Deti Arbata who are here in the house. They are literally sitting on Panzer computers right here in the office trying to show us what they can do on our PvE mode. So if you just joining in for the stream, these guys are our top players. They're all Panzer gold medalists. We have Dagon, one of Panzer's oldest players. So he's actually such an institution that we designed special headgear to reward him for his energy and his skill in the game. We have Muba, so Dagon is playing our Berserker. We have Muba on tank, and we have Gloom on Berserker. So these are our three orcs. Funnily enough, they are playing on this map, which is called Fire Cauldron Valley. Fire Cauldron Valley is based in the land of the orcs, so here we have swamplands and we have jungles. We have 5 points to capture. We have 3 bosses to dominate. Well, 2 bosses to dominate, and finally we do have Zar. Zar, who is the god of war, and actually the Zar is worshipped by orcs, but technically they can't really kill Zar. This is Zar having a bit of fun, coming down from heaven. Not heaven, he's god of war, coming down from his world and inhabiting an avatar, which hopefully our Russians will be able to bring us as far as Zar in this next match. So there you go, you can see the whole team. We have Dagon and Gloom and Muba, our Berserkers, Grizzly, who's on Paladin, Azu on Fire, and Demonchik on Ice Witch. So let me see if we can zoom out. Let's see if we can go for an overview here. There you go. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Okay, so the players are basically down there in the left-hand corner. Now they're going to cross this bridge. They're going to run across this island. And do you see this stone over here? Okay, that's their first point they have to capture. They have to make their way all the way across the map and get all the way to Zar. So let's see how it's going to go this time. We have our orcs obviously opening the way. Because you're not going to send your elves because they're too weak. So this is the first. They're going to try again on this island. This is the first spot where they get attacked by our hogs. Our hogs are basically warrior class. So they have power attacks, rocks, and swords. And so nothing which in appearance will be terribly difficult, but the simple amount of hogs that are going to bombard our players within the next 10 minutes is absolutely massive. So remind you that you have to kill all the hogs. You have to basically kill all the computer generated characters before you can move on. So if they're alive, you can't go and capture that point. So they're playing it harder here than they're playing it quite tight, simply because the masses are going to arrive and they have to be able to stop them. So what you're seeing there, those blue lights, those are gremlins. Gremlins are like the next class of character. So gremlins have magic. They can heal, but not only can they heal themselves, they can obviously use damage magic, attack magic. They can blow themselves up, which is that Gloom? That's Gloom. Okay, Gloom has gone to the point to attract more hogs because you have to kill them all before you can move on. And he's quite brave. So the idea, what their strategy they're playing, and they have been playing here, is basically to attract the pigs, the hogs, across the bridge and try wipe them out on the bridge where you can push them into the water. And as on any of our Panzer maps, if you land in that water, you're dead. So here they come. They're doing substantially better than on mode very hard, in the sense that it took them about 5 minutes. They had them all on the bridge. So here we have 2 down. We have our healer down and we have Ice Witch down. And we have Skyfire. Has that worked? Well, no, our Fire Witch is probably going to be wiped out too in a second. Oh, good, we got everybody back. The simple why I'm interested in knowing if anybody's down. So we do have a regeneration system, meaning that if you die, you will respawn. However, there is a penalty. If your whole team goes down, you are out of the game for a whole minute. That's a minute you lose in your capturing the point. So let's go for a different view. We'll see the Paladin, who's basically going to stay behind the others because he's a support character. So it'll give us a sort of a different view of how these top Russian players are going to approach the goal. So you can see it there, that totem there is where they're aiming for once they've killed all these hogs. Then, so they have captured the first point. They now have a little over 11 minutes to go on to the next point. But as usual, they're working backwards again. This is the whole thing with PvE, is that you can't leave them. You have to go and catch every single pig. So now we have an onslaught of both gremlins and the hogs. Okay, let's go and see what our tank is doing. So they're moving finally. So we got past this point the last time, and they failed before they got the second point. So let's see if they've actually modified their tactics anyway. So okay, the bridge you can see right in front of you, this is where they got wiped out the last time. It was actually it was pretty painful to watch. 7 minutes of just like not going forwards, and that explosion you saw there was a suicide gremlin. So they basically run up and blow up your whole team, which is part of the issue of playing in a very, very tight group on this type of map, because there you go, our Ice Witch is down. It's a good thing I'm on Gloom because Dagon is down. Good, we have the Paladin who's basically revived everybody. So they've got past this bridge that caused them so many problems the last time, and we're moving forward to a new part of the map that we hadn't previously seen. So actually we maybe seen this bit of these armies of hogs, but they really didn't get any further than that. So we have a Skyfire, and they seem to be holding it together. They seem to be more confident on level hard, so they were playing on very hard earlier on, but it's still not a piece of cake. And I see a lot of Will PvE only be for levels 30? I can see this on the YouTube comments, guys. It won't be for only levels 30. It's pretty much for everybody. What will happen is when we get patch 33 very soon, when you go to enter battle, you will basically have the choice between playing PvE mode and playing PvP mode. So it'll be very simple, and then you'll have a choice PvE, PvP. If you click on PvE, you'll then get to choose a sort of level you're playing on, and then if you go PvP, it will be as you usually know it. Okay, so they're still struggling at this same point, but what you can see is this amazing graphic works by our designers, who as usual have basically done amazing work. So we're gonna move. Let's see what Gloom is doing. I prefer to follow the Berserkers simply because they do sort of keep in the middle of it, and this is what Berserkers do. This is the whole aim of this class. It's basically to get right into the middle of the fight. These guys are strong. These are the ones who are supposed to be fighting. And Fire Witch is gonna, obviously she's a support. She's a damage range dealer, so she shouldn't be right in the middle of the melee because she'll just be wiped out. Okay. And Gloom is gone. So let's see what our tank is. And our tank is gone. So there's only 3 left, including 1 paladin. Oh, we got it. They've been revived by our paladin, thank God. Because yes, as I said, if they wipe out the whole team, well, you've got a minute penalty. So they have 7 minutes to get across this bridge, and we have a suicide guy. Doesn't explode. He was lucky with that one. Okay, how are we doing? So we have Muba. The only one left is Muba. Oh my God! And again, their whole team has pretty much nearly been wiped out. Muba is on his own and rapidly losing energy. What is going to happen? And tank is out. These guys get a minute penalty. I sort of want to say booyah for the hogs there, and the gremlins, because that was pretty painful for you guys. Okay, Gloom is back up. Gloom is back up. You see him. He's no fear, moving forwards, and Gloom is down. This is scandalous. So as I told you, we have our Russian players testing this game. So there's no developers in here. These are 100% community players, top players, and they are being dominated. Although if it was our developers playing it and showing it to you, I don't think it would be any better. Oh, we have discussions about level cap. Ah, this is what's got the European community going. There are a few questions that are on the mind, of the community at the moment, and that is so level cap. You guys want level 30. You guys want faster matchmaking. I want faster matchmaking. I start playing in the morning at 10 a.m. Moscow time, which means it's pretty much 7 a.m. in 7 a.m. in France and 6 a.m. in England, so I get to play with our American players. Now, it's true that matchmaking in the morning is slower, and we have a fix for that, and the reason we haven't been giving you level 30 is that it would spread the matches out more. But yes, level 30 is coming. It's coming very quickly. It's moving a lot faster than this team, who's actually moving backwards. And as soon as I get a confirmation on that, I'll let you know. Along with level 30, there'll also be some epics. I do believe you'll be getting your PvE mode, and we'll also have a new. The game is. What can I say? We're exponentially improving the gameplay, the possibilities of gameplay here at Panzer. Okay, so Dagon is leading the way with the help of his shield. So look, these look like little piglets. I mean, it's quite surprising. They're not very big. And yet, we're back at the furthest point they've achieved so far, and they only have 4 minutes 20 because they lost a whole minute by dying. Should we blame the Paladin? I'm sort of tempted to blame the Paladin, but I shouldn't do that as a member of Panzer. So we got one hog, he's a big hog. Are they going to be able to kill him? If they move forwards, they got some gremlins just over there waiting for them. Right, these guys are ready to go. Okay, now, secret about the gremlins, they also have Skyfire. So when you see Skyfire, it's not necessarily Azu. It could actually, in fact, be those gremlins. So their aim is to get to that next point, that gate. But they have to take out everybody here. So, and this really isn't working out for them. So, guys, what do you think? You haven't seen the first boss. I totally agree, Swish. Our streamer is on YouTube there and commentating about the lack of boss. We're coming up to a boss. If these guys can get to that gate, we'll be getting a boss. If they can't, well, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. Okay, so they're fighting in a tree, which sort of is an issue for me, and they're still in the tree. They're also using it as defense, but okay, so the Paladin has revived most of the team except for Azu. They're on 3 pigs there, 2, 1. Are they gonna get it? They still, and Grizzly's like rapidly losing energy. So our aim is that gate, if we can eventually get to it. But they just keep on coming. This is not going well for our Russian team. It's not the it's the respawn. I haven't noticed how long the respawn is. Let's see what our Fire Witch is going for it. Maybe she just got bored of watching the Berserkers just like fail on opening the march. Okay, so she's trying to open the way by distracting them, but she doesn't really have the strength to go and actually claim that point on her own. So now she's come back to our Berserkers and our Orcs, who are our main fighting like melee fighters here. How many piglets? That's a massive amount of piglets. Okay. If I want, I give you a hand. Vincenzo Criscolo, I'm assuming it's from Italy, is offering help to the Russians. Now, are there any Europeans out there who think they could actually do the same job? I think there are, but I've been wondering for a while now what would be the European all-star team. Who are the best European players? And actually, that would be a good question to put to you. Okay, so we're at the point. And 2 are down. What's happening? Oh, no, this is an issue. I'll give you a sneak preview of what's inside the wall. Okay, so this isn't... So we got Skyfire, we got Gremlins, and and they're down again. There are no words to describe what is happening. Yes, there should be a race. EU team versus RU team. Speed run. Who can go the fastest through this map? Now, if we can... Okay, there you go. Sorry, I'm ruining the stream right now. If you know me as Queen Bee, you'll know that I ruin a lot of things. Okay, let's get a sneak preview of what's to... Oh no, they've lost again, and that was the last second. These guys are out for 2 times in a row. 2 fails. 2 fails. I am ashamed. We're gonna give them another chance. Let me just give you, and there you go. This will be our update 33 new battle window. Можно мне показать? Я там на вебкаме.
Тебе видно?
I don't know.
Видно.
Okay, so there we have character Queen Bee, named after me, European community manager who can sort of play well sometimes. Sometimes we don't. Now apparently we have record numbers of viewers here from Russia. Now what is Europe doing?
There will be one more translation. They will one more chance.
Yes, there are words to describe this. Poses of noobs. Okay, poses of the jungle. I really want to know who you are. So we're going for it again. What level are we giving these guys?
Hard.
We're giving them level hard again, just because here at Panzer, I mean, our basic meme is no pain, no game. Okay? There people complain about imbalance. They say, oh, you're not taking, like, you should nerf some characters are OP. The funny thing is, no one agrees on which characters should be nerfed, and nobody agrees on which characters are OP. So that pretty much comes back to one simple equation. The guys who can play don't complain. The ones who are not quite sure what their character should be doing, this is where the issues are. And we have found a way to, we're going to work at that. As you heard, there may be a merge coming up soon, and I'm pretty sure we got Panzer, we got my colleague Alexander Mashkov, who's right behind me over there, participating in the comments. So what I'm getting back to is that with some of our moderators, some of the players from my gameplay and with the streamer, and for the general attitude that Russians are so much better than European players, which is something I do not agree with. I cannot agree with this, simply because that would make me Queen Bee of the feeble little European community. And I am not Queen Bee of the feeble little European community. I am Queen Bee of the almighty European and English-speaking community in general. And for that reason, we are not going to take those comments lying down. And we have even some of our own players saying, oh, none of the new players can play. I don't agree with that. What I can agree with is that maybe some of the newer players are not quite sure what to do on the maps. And sometimes it's not surprising. Panzer it's intense, and sometimes you can get distracted from the point. But what we want to do, and it's inspired by our famous German moderator, also player, who is Gandalf de Geila, who organized a training lager. So this is a training camp, basically a Panzer German boot camp for newer players. And as you know, Gandalf is a pretty hot player. He dominates. He was in the winning team, Armada's Anuan Sanek team. The winning team for this week's Brawl Masters. And we want to extend that to Europe. So we have started a clan which is called Panzer Academy. With our streamer, we're currently working on how we can organize training matches, and we want some top level coaches to come down and guide some of our newer players and new chars through the movements of what you should aim for and how to really get the best out of your character. So the match is back on. They've gone, I'm still here. There you go. Okay, so they're going for it this time. As you know, there are Да, ну ты не слышишь, о чем я говорю. Okay, we're not gonna go on Dagon. So we're back at this point. There they are killing the hogs, and you can see over there is the point they have to capture. And I mean, this has to be a blow to their esteem. These guys are top Russian players, no matter what you're reading on the no matter what you're reading on the YouTube comments, these are some of our top players who have come in today to showcase not only their skill, but mainly to showcase our PvE mode, which is coming out with patch 33, and it's gonna be hot. And as you can see it, these guys are playing, they played level very hard and got absolutely annihilated. So here Gloom is leading the charge. They got annihilated, and then they played in hard and they got annihilated. So what you have, what I think it's Gloom, or are we following Dagon? We're following Dagon. Basically what he did there is he went up to the point and to basically attract all the hogs towards him, and their aim here is they're going to try catch them on the bridge, because the sheer number of them that are coming makes it, oh, and they've been distracted, you got the hogs that are coming, and they didn't catch them exactly where they needed to. Oh, and Dagon's down, so he is down. Let's go to our tank, who's somewhat more resistant. What's happening? They missed out on their opportunity to block those guys, to basically wipe them out on the bridge where they had nowhere to go unless they wanted to go into the deadly swamp water. Here we have another attack. So as I said, the hogs, pretty much their basic warrior class. They got power attacks, rocks, and swords. And we're going to be getting gremlins pretty soon if these guys get past the bridge. So, in conclusion, while we're still in the map, all those PvE haters out there, and all those people who the controversy around, was PvE going to be as good? Why is Panzer branching out into PvE? PvE is just another option for our players. You can train on PvE. I mean, seriously, these top players are getting wiped out. I mean, if this isn't decent training, let's move player. If this isn't a decent training ground, I don't know what is. Okay, so they have captured the first point. Now what you can see over there, those blue lights, those are our gremlins. So they have magic, which makes them, they're a tougher class than the warthogs. The hogs basically are just come in groups, whereas the gremlins actually have magic. They have the ability to heal themselves. They can commit suicide. They also have Skyfire. Well, when I say they can commit suicide, they can go kamikaze mode on you and basically blow you up. So we have Ice out there they're trying to move forward, but these guys are proving to be pretty tough. Okay, they're going for it. They've got it. When's the next group of them gonna come? They're gonna play the same strategy on the bridge, I think, or they're gonna play tight. Oh, it's on the next bridge. They should be actually hurrying up there. Here come the kamikazes. This is gonna hurt if they get anywhere near the elves. So that first one is down. Now we have a giant hog with a sickle. If anybody remembers what a sickle is, it's basically to cut sugar cane and cereal. So during the first match, if you were here on the stream, these guys never got past this bridge on mode very hard. They just could not pass it. Their team got wiped out. They seem to be pulling themselves together a bit more and moving a lot faster through here right now. So the next step is they're going to that point over there, which you can see, and more hogs. So these hogs are basically just suicidal pigs with swords. Now, I'm pretty sure in any post-apocalyptic world that wouldn't be fun either. So ice has got them frozen. I mean, that's the ideal play. You need to get your ice switch right in there when they arrive in a group and get her to wipe them out. Okay, so we have them. They're doing well here. Ice is doing her job. We have the paladin who's looking after them, and we have the berserkers who are cleaning up, and our damage range damage dealer there, fire. But they just keep on coming. There's no stopping them. And you see this, the team is sort of pushed back a lot when they should be moving forwards, but as it works in PvE, if you don't kill them, you don't get the point. Okay, so you see those gremlins there, they have their bows, so they can basically set up on the rocks there and do range attacks, which makes it a lot more difficult for the team. And when the hogs come at you in groups, you can look after that. But when you have a whole line of basically goblins, gremlins, sorry, attacking you, it's obviously going to sort of separate the team. It's a lot harder to protect. We only have one up, and it is our Fire Witch. And let's see how that goes for her, because basically if she gets wiped out, they get another minute off the clock, and she is down. She is actually down. That is... Let's go over, while they're all down, let's go for a trip. Not too much, but just give you a glimpse of some of the incredible graphic work that has been done by all our designers, 2D, 3D. This is one of the things Panzer is famous for. If you're playing on the right machine with the right connection, you will get all of these stunning graphics. Okay, so let's follow Ice Witch now, because this is another section where you have a whole load of hogs coming. At the moment, okay, you see that we got a suicide gremlin over there coming. We got 2 hogs, and they're just going to keep on coming. Basically, it's a bit like the First World War, where PvE is just going to throw everything it has at you, and it's going to test your strength. Zombie pigmen. Okay, I can see a bit of the comments coming up there. So what's happening? They're still. Let me just sum it up for you guys. So they have captured 1 point, and they're moving faster through this sort of swamp maze, but. Is anybody? Yes, finally someone killed that, but they're still struggling, and this is their 3rd try on the map, and we brought it down a level. We put it on hard. So we're not taking things easy, as we say. I mean, no pain, no game, and Panzer is not a game for like the faint-hearted. We're not gonna make things easy on you, and I think the general idea in the studios is that that's how we like to play. The harder it is, the better you learn, and the harder you fall. I mean, once you get whooped a few times, which is pretty much what's happening here, I mean, it's incredible how it influences your ego. And we have some awesome fighters here, so they're really going for it, and they're still stuck on those bloody bridges. Okay, so that hog's down. How many left? So we have Ice opening the way. She's put on her fire protection there simply because those gremlins do have Skyfire, and they do have fire attack. So there we have them. So we got our range damage dealers taking out. There's 2 down. I can still see 3 more. There's 4 more left. Okay, 2. You can see 3 shots, so there's at least 3 of them out there. 1 behind the bushes, 1 on that pedestal, and 1 beside the gate. And who's that over there? Who's that opening up the way? It's Gloom. Let's see what Gloom's doing. Gloom's running away, of course he is. So, as I said, we have to wipe all these guys out, and I would really love if they could get past the gate. Okay. So they have 5 guys up. There's only Fire Witch, who's now currently alive. And she is dead. This is penalties for the team. No. So basically what is happening, bear with me with my they're all down. They get a minute penalty. So let's go visit the land of the Fire Cauldron Valley. So, as I said, this is in the land of the orcs. Where they're heading is just over there. And just over there, hiding behind that wall, we have You guessed it, Zar, if we ever get there. Now, Zar, as the people who've been watching the stream already know this, Zar is the god of war. He is the god that is worshipped by the orcs, who are finally back up. So let's see if they can impress us with their skills this time. And we're back to this bridge. So there are two bosses, three main bosses basically to kill, and we haven't got to the first one. The first one, if they get past, if they can get past that gate that you can see on the second point, and they have 3 minutes 30 seconds to do that, if they can get there, they will be faced with our boss called Apothecary, who is a rather hideous troll, which I would really love to showcase to you, but they're just being killed by onslaughts of hogs. Now, should let us, you EU players, have a go. Swish, I agree. I don't know if that's possible, but you'll be getting to have a go soon. I mean, I want to play this with you guys. Not that I believe I'd be a lot better on my iSwitch. I'm still a learner, but I think I'll be a learner till the end of my days. Some people are just naturally disposed to be incredibly good at Panzer, and the others, the rest of us, we just work at it all the time. So I'm really hoping we get to this gate. Our plan is to launch PvE with our next patch. At the same time, we'll be launching a new battle window. I had the question that, are we going to be adding new characters? And the answer is we won't. We don't plan on adding new characters to PvP mode at the moment, because simply we are working on the cybersports aspect of the game, and the only one up is Panzer's oldest and one of the best players, who is probably going to get annihilated, and he's committed suicide. This is incredible. I'm sorry. Look at that. We have 6 players spread out over a good distance, who've every single one of them been wiped out for the second time on their attack of this point over there, you can see with the sun on it. And I really want to see what happens after this gate, and they're not delivering on the skill I was promised. I was promised 6 players from Clan Dzieci Arbata, the best Russian players, and they have been dominated by Panzer PvE. There is no other word for this. It's not even annihilated. It's just dominated. So you can see them coming along there. They're gonna get back to the bridge, which we've seen so many times. So let's see what else we can do. So basically, after that bridge, you can see with the sun on it, they will go around here. They have to get to that little point there, which is right in the middle of the screen. Then they'll go along there, and then they will eventually get here. Sneak preview. Enjoy it. And hopefully we will be with them when they get there. Okay, they're at the gate. Which is not the best viewpoint. So let's go. Dagon is the only one alive. And he's dead. 3rd time in a row. Is this actually possible? It is. So close. And it's over. 3rd match. 3rd match. Okay, you see this screen right in front of me? This is our changes. These are the changes we're going to be making with patch 33. We will be officially showing you battle value, which isn't up right now because we haven't finished that yet. But you'll be getting battle value You will be getting maximum damage. You will be getting your best partner. This is the person you've shared the most damage with. You will obviously see the top player and most kills. So that was our exclusive PvE showcase with our top Russian players from Clan Deti Arbata, Dagon, Muba, Grizzly, Demonchik, Azu, and Gloom. And I'm sorry guys, but you were dominated by Panzer's PvE mode. It's coming out on our next patch, patch 33. I hope you enjoyed watching it. You can find me in the game and practice your skills, because when PvE comes out, it's going to give you guys a whooping. It will make you better players. And what else? Welcome to the new world of Panzer. Welcome to the future. That's it for Queen Bee. That's it for the Panzer officers. You are watching us from Moscow. It's -20. It's snowing outside and we're about to go home. Have a great evening, guys, and thanks for watching.